Today gon' be a good day. Well, it's been a good year, that's what I should say. No barking from the dogs and no drama. No Facebook subs for my baby mama. You know it's only fun when the sun out. Drop the top on the whips, they be showing out. Yeah, I'm up.
What's up? This your host, Coach Doonie, man, behind the lights. Blue Fox Media and Productions, man. I got the legend right here. I'm talking to, man, Two Tone right here, man. What's happening with you, dog?
What's up, you buddy?
So, man, I've been wanting to get you on this show, man, for a minute. I'm a fan, first off. I'm a fan of you. I know you've been putting it down for Vegas for many years. Behind the keys, this the underground man, the low-key man that people don't know, but people do know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, how did you just get your love for music?
Man, I mean, it's in my blood, bro.
Okay.
I mean, you know, my pops was a musician. My mama went to recording school. Like, she, you know, I don't want to say it transitioned because she didn't carry it on to go do it, but just the fact that that was in my blood too, because it was never like, you know, I'm gonna be an engineer. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she happened to be one during the same age was a trip. But my aunties, my uncles, I mean, everybody did music. So my daddy gave me like a 4-track recorder when I was in high school, and I used to remake. I tried to make a Stevie Wonder song or something, and then put the keys and go back and put my and shit like that. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was just to get to actually know the process and teach myself the process, you know.
And did you have somebody like, you said your family was into it, so like after that, once you started getting into music and you started doing like engineering, producing the music and stuff, did you have somebody that you looked up to or that grabbed you, that put you underneath their wing?
Man, it's crazy because I didn't. And I should have had one. I wish I had one. I mean, in hindsight, you wish that you had latched on to somebody to give you the game that, you know, you like to spread to somebody else. But it's hard to trust niggas. And it's like, I've been such an independent nigga my whole life. You know, Pops was away at a young age, so I kind of had to fend for myself as far as who I looked up to and info I would grab and shit like that. But it was a couple people I linked up with in the city as I started doing it, but overall, it was just me kind of learning my way around and shit. But when I did go to the studio for the first time, and I'm sure some of y'all in the city might know this, J Bass.
Okay.
Is what they call him, JBH. And he recorded my first songs, made my first beats, and that's the dude who gave me the inkling to want to go get my own computer and try this shit and put it together. You know what I'm saying? He rooted me on. I mean, where I got my, I want to say my customer service or my friendliness in the studio was probably from JBH, because that's how he is, you know. Real white dude, square, cool as a motherfucker, loving as a motherfucker. I'm saying, anybody who know him, love him, you know what I'm saying, because he put down. But that's if you got to name somebody who gave me that it was JBH.
And when did you start feeling like you start getting like your notoriety in the city? Like when people start recognizing like, okay, like Two Tone, like he really dope at this shit. Like, okay, we need to go holla at Tone.
As soon as me and Sadru linked up.
Sadru?
When it started with Sadru, that's when it really started to. I made, you know, interactions and features and done stuff. I don't know if y'all, it's been a while, but he a Las Vegas legend, Keith Swahili, he was the one that kind of got me understanding putting records out and bringing collabs together and going to the studio for a real studio and really recording shit and getting shit in Odyssey Records, which is old school. A lot of niggas know about Odyssey over there about Stratosphere. And seeing your shit up in there and be able to put the headphones on and play your shit. Shit. So you pick up tidbits along the way from people who made a real go at it. And if you know, La Clica, I fucked with Clica for a minute. Doomsday. I mean, I go way back in the city. I just happen to be fortunate enough to still be around.
In the city. So you've been, that's what I'm saying. So how long have you been in the city doing music for how long?
Since 99. Look, I had a song with, the first group I produced was with, was called Diverse. And it was, y'all know Marshall, he go by Dot Biz. And then, damn, what's the who were the Ambassador, Brian. I mean, it was a couple of Child, and then my homie TLO he go by, but it's He got a barbershop around. He does right hook boxing or left hook, something like that. But
Okay.
that's when we shout out T. And that's when we got a song on Local Love with Mike P and Smooth C when they had a
Back
show
in
together.
88.1.
Yeah.
I was a young boy, but I was tapped into the radio. I was
Yeah.
tapped into 88.
And our shit ran for like, we really, it was a battle, you know. 2 Cents would be on there with Sony.
That's crazy. Yeah, Spody. You know, that's crazy that you say that. That's really one of my advisors. When I went to the Boys and Girls Club, and he kind of put me under his wing, like just teaching me about different stuff. You know, just grooming me as a young man and stuff. But when I was younger, I remember he had the CD, 2 Cents, his group 2 Cents. And I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And I remember he gave me the CD and I used to play it all the time.
And he had that distinct voice though.
Yeah.
He got that voice, man.
Yeah.
Spody. He been on, matter of fact, he ended up
I will not apologize. I won't work your 9 to 5. All I do more is just get by. What teacher told me was a lie. I get it out of the mud. Go get it out of the mud. I go get it out of the mud. Go get it out of the mud. I go get it. I go get it. I go get it out of the mud. I go get it out of the mud. I go get it out of the mud. I go get it out of the mud.
Engineer, I feel like you one of those front 4 guys that people really fuck with and they admire and they want that opinion from Two-Tone. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. That's what I'm
No, for real. You definitely one of the guys that kicked open the door for these younger producers like Hitman and T-Gas and all these other ones. So, how did you get your love for the music?
Man, I was raised with music in my blood. I don't want to say, you know, my mama turned on to the music every Sunday when she cleaned up. My daddy was on the piano. It wasn't like that, but it was in my blood. My auntie sang, my daddy sang, made music. He gave my first, Tascam 4-track, you know, and gave me the motivation to really want to, you know, record music and put it down. You know, I try to remake songs and really, you know, recreate. With what little ability I had at the time, I knew I could do this shit easy. And music just always came naturally. And even back then, before I was even brave enough to jump into a freestyle session, I was always that kid in the background.
Kind of peeping.
Man, I want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. So because I was a nerdy kid, I was able to kind of just lose myself in learning how to do something. And in doing so, it transitioned into something much bigger. I never even anticipated or it wasn't like I'm finna put the whole city on and I'm finna make everybody come record with me and I'm finna be, it's kind of just how it happened. I think it's kind of like when you find the perfect romance, it's not something you go looking for, it kind of just, it's happenstance.
Organically.
Yeah, so the love just kind of came from doing it and the reciprocity of the love, the people that I work with, it just organically made something that the people, the listeners wanted to hear. So us as creators were getting together and make something sonically that was working, so they would tell a friend, and then I was able to practice on so many different voices and it made me love it even more because it's like, damn, it just doesn't apply to one motherfucker. I can do this shit for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
You got a real, like a real 90s West Coast type of style to me.
I mean, I'm a product of that for sure.
Yeah, so originally where you from?
I'm from LA.
Okay.
You know, I lived in all over Southern Cali. I was born in Cedar Sinai, in the heart of LA. Lived in Somerville High School, and then moved to Alabama halfway through that.
Shit.
And then that's where I got my Southern roots and got to really feel like where I was from. You know, that's where my daddy was from. That's where my black side was from. That's where I got to go down there and be like, this is who I am.
Right.
Oh shit, okay. You know, and to really vibe with, you know, finding yourself, you know, and that allows you to be artistic and put yourself out there like that. You can't really do it if you don't know yourself.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying that like I knew it at the time, but in hindsight, I knew that was a big part of it, is that move from LA where I really just didn't, you know, was out of place and didn't know I needed something else, and that kind of just gave me that.
That kind of opened up your horizons a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me just not knowing later that the South blown up musically was going to be during the time of my rise to being good at the shit. I went there and was there during the birth of that.
Okay.
So as it transitioned to the West Coast, it was kind of, I was able to, you know, vibe and give the sound, or give the sound to the city that was relevant and correlated with what music was going on.
How long have you been doing music yourself?
Man, I started playing saxophone when I was 10 years old, and by the time I was 15, 16, I was playing with grown men, you know, in a church band. We'd go around the city, we'd done block parties. I mean, I was that little kid, you know, that was grown up, really not knowing what was going on, but I was learning my craft, learning the isms of music, learning music theory and the art of entertainment. You ain't, when it comes to church, I don't think there's anything more theatrical as far as entertainment in church, which is where a lot of cats get into.
And I was just about to say that I think that's a lot of cats get into being able to, especially the ones that sing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorites was Mo 3.
Okay, yeah.
Mo 3, just because it was not, recipe. It wasn't because of his rapping, but more so like his singing. When he got on the record and he was singing a little bit more, I kind of fell in love more with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that is
the melody is something that anybody can. It's just since you were a baby, when you were listening to nursery rhymes, it's something about singing, which is why everybody's kind of transitioning to that. Which sucks because it's starting to oversaturate, and it's just like when you've had too much ice cream in one sitting, it starts to be, you don't want it as much anymore. You know, I feel like everybody's just getting spoon-fed vanilla right now. You know, and it's,
I don't blame nobody in the game for it. I think the start of that was like Wayne and his second transition
No doubt about
of the game, and then I think Young Thug took that and ran with it.
Yeah.
And now
Young Thug is amazing, man.
Yeah,
It's he does, because what he does is Soulfly. I mean, if you really do get past all the
dresses and all that.
come on,
yeah.
that's obvious what's going on there. I mean, it's you're looking at you know what I'm saying, and then once you really listen to what he's doing, his transitions in music, and what he does with his voice, and how he features to his own shit. I mean, you right about that. He set the tone, but it's crazy because it's like, here's a good example of it. When your daddy look fly in a tuxedo and shit, and then when you leave, you go and try to put the tuxedo on, it don't feel right. That's what's going on. Where this vanilla is the recreation of what Wayne and Thug and Turner did and all that and shit, but it doesn't look quite as fly on some people who try to recreate it. You know, it's then it just becomes that monotonous, you know, auto-tune.
And I think everybody got their own, like it sounds different on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody got their own sound. And then just speaking of like sound, like what do you think about the Vegas sound? Like, do you think that Vegas has an identity and sound right now in the rap game? Like,
I mean,
can you put an exact sound like, oh, that's Vegas?
If I had to be honest, no, you couldn't do that. Only because no one has allowed, I won't say no one, but it hasn't been allowed with the society that we have now for any one person or any one group or circle of community of rappers to get together and make that sound, or not keep somebody else from getting out there. You know, that crabs in the bucket kind of thing. It's like, if everybody gave everybody a shot or a shout out or some love or just a little something, it would change the algorithm and people would start to pay attention because it'd be so thick and so undeniable. But we want to stick to the same 5, 6, 7 motherfuckers that all do it. And they did it right, so they're the ones that get to keep doing it, and only the ones that get to keep getting watched doing it.
I feel that.
You know, it doesn't, you know, and that's, if none of those people create a sound and don't allow the next motherfucker to come up and try to do it, then you're never going to get that sound. And it's not just the sound, it's the vibe. And I don't want to compare it to other cities, because other cities got other scenarios, different politics, all that shit. But when you can look at your OGs and see them put the shit down. And put the, you know, Snoop Dogg is the biggest example of that out of everybody. It's like, yeah, he crippin', but he branded crippin', and it's just more of it doesn't define who he is. It's like get the bag, and then allow other motherfuckers to have an opportunity to get the bag. You know, it's nobody in Vegas is on the level that they aspire to be on. That's just plain and true. So there's no reason to act like you should be the gatekeeper to keep other people from getting on. Everybody should have an opportunity.
And to piggyback off that, I've been tapping in with you on Clubhouse.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
that happens dope.
yeah, no, it's dope.
And that's
it's
the
dope.
way, for real.
And I think this piggybacking off what you were saying, we had a topic in Clubhouse talking about that, about just artists showing love to other artists, right? And I think you kind of feel like how I feel like it's a lot of favoritism that play with certain people and or popularity that play off with certain people. And just tell me your general idea of like the people like giving love out here in the city, especially like the pioneers that we call the pioneers in Vegas when it comes to the music, people that got the upper hand that we know that's been in the game longer than that established themselves in the game, right? How do you feel about those people working with the up and coming artists or the newbies that's trying to get in the game?
I mean, you know, it's easier said than done when you're looking in from the outside from any situation. You know, as far as when you got an idea of this is what could do this or do this and it'll be just right. But everyone's rise came with whatever their certain set of circumstances were and their obstacles and shit like that. So some people are entitled to not letting other people eat on that if they don't feel like they deserve it. I can respect that. But I don't think there's any reason to go out of your way to keep a motherfucker from getting an opportunity or a chance. And just because you may not be the person to help them, there's no reason to speak bad upon them or cop block, however you want to say it. Or even let them know forget chance. You know, it's just how it goes. But I do believe that certain artists at a certain level do have a brand to protect, and you can't just put any and everybody on your shit. Plus, you can't put everybody on your shit. Right. There's only so many hours in the day. There's only so many tracks on an album. There's only so many sets or slots on a tour. So you have to be sparing with your choice. I mean, it's I get it, but somebody from my perspective, I mean, that's where I'm at looking at it. I don't have anything to lose by big upping somebody or telling. So it's like, and these are all my little bros. These are all my nephews and homeboys, and it's like I don't mind saying, hey, look what you doing. Man, he over here trying to do it. I mean, if they spend a couple dollars to take this shit seriously enough to want to showcase it on YouTube, matter of fact, I might even let y'all just get a piece of y'all and run that at the end of the song.
Okay,
we about to shoot a video for it, the whole nine. There's gonna be some cameos on there y'all want to see. I'm gonna put the city gonna be in this video. It's gonna be crazy, man. We really.
That's hard.
Yeah, so y'all, and I'm glad I'm saying it on here. Yeah. So it makes me really have to do it because
I'm gonna hold you to your word.
No, yeah, because I didn't like to Drake. A lot of niggas really talk, oh, I'm gonna do this and it never come out.
He said Dr. Dre. No, that's what's happening, man. That's what's happening.
Detox is coming, I promise.
I just want to make sure that I give you your flowers now, bro. I appreciate you for even taking your time out to do this.
Oh, it's all good, bro. I appreciate y'all coming. I appreciate me feel like I'm important.
No, for real, bro. You really are seriously, for real, like you really are like an important figure to this Vegas music.
Appreciate that,
bro. And I think I couldn't have done this interview or even doing this process and catching people in the music game without coming to talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's love for real, man. Man, that's another episode of Behind the Lights, man. It's your boy, Coach Doonie. You can find me at Coach Doonie on Instagram, Clubhouse, and Twitter, Blue Fox Media. Also, if you in this city, man, of Las Vegas, link up with Two Tone, man. I promise you won't regret it, man. One of the best people out here doing this music shit. And also, man, tap in with Mad Records, man. Mad Records, man. Yeah. Another episode.
Like we robots now, look what we don't got now. Decepticon, where did we go wrong? Had it in our palms, did we drop the ball? Talking about we ballin', just following and falling and swallowing that pill at will, just to fulfill. Yeah.